Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to cut through all that daily noise and get straight to the facts, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we've got a really clear, super relevant goal. We're going to contrast those wild, sensational fears surrounding artificial intelligence with the actual, grounded, technical realities. We're breaking down exactly what this technology is, and honestly, just as importantly, what it isn't.
I mean, every single day it feels like we're bombarded by some bewildering new headline, right? We hear AI is going to steal all our jobs, spread internet fakery on this colossal scale, or, just straight up take over the world. It's a lot to process, which brings us to the ultimate question. Are these AI scare stories actually true? Are our fears justified by the tech itself, or are we just getting completely carried away by science fiction? Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap to systematically demystify things today. We'll start with 1. The AI scare stories. Move into 2. Older than you think. Then explore 3. Parrots, not people. After that, we'll look at the real issues with 4. Hallucinations and bias. Shift gears to 5. The real potential. And wrap up with 6. A tool, not a tyrant.
So let's kick things off with Section 1, the AI scare stories, and sorting fact from fiction.
Now look, it's completely valid to feel anxious about a technology that's advancing this rapidly. When things change fast, human nature kicks in, and we immediately worry about the absolute worst-case scenarios. And the loudest anxieties echoing around right now, that AI will steal our jobs, spread colossal amounts of fake content online, or literally take over the world. But here's the thing. These are the exact sensational myths we're going to dismantle today using actual facts. We really need to look past those clickbait headlines and understand the actual mechanics of what we're dealing with here.
Which brings us right to Section 2, older than you think. Let's look at the history and the mechanics.
To grasp the reality of this tech, we kind of have to ditch that sci-fi idea of some sudden, brand new super brain waking up. The truth? AI is actually as old as your grandparents. Yep, its roots go all the way back to the 1940s, which is when the idea of an artificial neural network was first born. Fast forward to the 2010s, and this tech was already quietly humming along in the background of our daily lives, suggesting movies, running facial recognition on our phones, curating our social feeds. It's only today that it's evolved into what we call generative AI, powering things like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Bard, which seem to just magically pull new data out of thin air.
But what is it really? Well, instead of getting bogged down in intimidating math, think of an artificial neural network as a giant team of interconnected workers. They're handed a problem to solve. Every time they come up with a possible solution, it gets graded. If there's room for improvement, these workers tweak their connections based on that feedback. Over time, thanks to this constant feedback loop, the network just gets more and more efficient. When you break it down like that, it's actually highly accessible, entirely mathematical, and honestly, pretty unthreatening.
Moving on to Section 3, Parrots, not people. The actual truth about the AI mind.
Because these modern generative platforms give us such eerie, logical, and human-sounding responses, it triggers this deep, primal fear of a sentient AI, a machine that can actually think. But wow, there is a massive contrast between the myth and the reality here. The myth tells us that because AI gives a convincing response, it must understand what it's saying, that it has feelings, motivations, love, hate, the whole shebang. But the grounded technical reality, AI cannot feel or think at all. Zero. It simply analyzes our human communication patterns to predict and spit out standard replies, basically mimicking how a human would typically respond. Think about it this way. At its absolute core, AI is a bit like a really smart talking parrot. These systems are essentially just highly sophisticated sentence completion apps. Seriously, that is what's running under the hood. Despite giving us these incredibly convincing and logical-sounding responses, it's just a complex text predictor. There's no inner life there. It's just a parrot mirroring human language.
Now we arrive at Section 4, Hallucinations and Bias. Let's talk about the real dangers we face today.
So now that we've cleared away the whole Terminator taking over the world fear, we really need to look at the actual, grounded, technical flaws we desperately have to navigate right now. And the first major one is called an AI hallucination. See, because AI is basically just a probability engine guessing the next word or sentence, it has a wonderfully awkward relationship with the truth. It completely lacks the ability to assess whether what it's saying is actually accurate. So it can effortlessly generate what is essentially credible-sounding BS. If you're relying on chatbots to write content or do heavy research, you got to be incredibly careful, because the machine will just confidently make things up.
Take this wild, real-world example.
Back in 2016, Microsoft launched an experimental chatbot named Tay. Tay was designed to learn directly from interacting with real users on social media, basically blindly absorbing their behaviors and biases. Well, before long, Microsoft had to frantically pull the plug because the bot started spouting horribly racist and offensive remarks. AI doesn't have a moral compass, right? It just blindly repeats whatever it's trained on, including the absolute worst parts of the internet. And that right there is exactly why establishing basic technical safeguards is so absolutely crucial right now.
Let's shift gears to Section 5, the real potential, how AI can actually help us.
We really shouldn't let those notes of caution blind us to the future, though. Once we actually get those practical safeguards in place, the benefits are genuinely inspiring. I mean, just look at the massive positive potential across so many different fields. AI is set to completely revolutionize healthcare. It's already discovering new drugs and identifying cancer cells way more reliably than human doctors can. It can act as this infinitely patient teacher, perfectly summarizing mountains of complex info for us. It has the potential to massively speed up software programming, animation, law enforcement, and journalism. And honestly, perhaps the biggest game changer? By taking over these tedious tasks, it creates extra capacity for us. It could literally free humanity up to tackle massive existential challenges like climate change, or just give us more time to look after ourselves and each other better.
Which brings us home to our final section, a tool, not a tyrant. Who is really in control? Okay, so we've stripped away the sci-fi myths, and we've looked at the cold, hard mechanics. The most crucial takeaway from all of this is simply this: AI is just a tool. Is it a wildly sophisticated tool? Absolutely. But tools do not have motivations, they don't have desires, and even a ridiculously powerful tool cannot take over the world on its own.
Which leaves us with a final, provocative thought to chew on. As governments and developers scramble to ensure AI is used safely and legally, the ultimate responsibility falls right back on us, on humanity. It is entirely up to us to decide exactly how we use this technology, or, hey, even if we should use it at all. AI isn't going to decide our future, we are. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it brought some much-needed clarity to your day. Stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.